I don't know about you, but I love steak, I love incredible sauces, and I definitely like free stuff. Check out today's video on how you can get all three. Today I'm going to show you how to make Steak Diane. Now I absolutely love this steak dish, and everyone that I cooked it for, it goes nuts for it. And also to mark going over 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to give one lucky viewer this Dalstrong Grill set. Now stay tuned and I'll tell you later in the video how you can win this. So today I'm using a beautiful ribeye steak. So to season this up today, I'm going to use a bit of Worcestershire sauce as a binder. I'm going to smear that all over both sides. So this is Cornish sea salt. Flakes are incredible and imparts an absolutely stunning flavour. So I'm just going to sprinkle that over. Don't forget to do the sides as well, and then just pat that in. I'm going to flip over and do the other side. Next, black pepper. So I'm going to put this aside for 10 minutes, and I'm also going to light some charcoal. It's time to get on and make our sauce. Now the beauty of this sauce is that you can actually do it beforehand. If you're doing date night, for example, and you want to cook your partner an amazing steak and you're worried about trying to do everything at the same time, well, this Steak Diane sauce lends itself beautifully to that. So you can cook it, completely finish it, put it to one side, and then just before you need to serve you can reheat it, add a little bit of cream, just revitalise it, and then you can serve it, and it comes out beautifully every time. I do it every single time. So these are some beautiful close cut mushrooms, and I'm just going to peel you. I'm going to show you how to do one mushroom, and then basically all the others are going to be exactly the same. So I want you to cut this, and you want to cut this mushroom as thinly as possible. There you go. That's the sort of thickness that you want. And basically when that cooks down, that'll go absolutely gorgeous. We're going to quickly do the rest of the mushrooms like that. So those are all the mushrooms done. I'm just going to put those back in the tub because we're going to need those in a little bit. Next you want to get a white onion. So once you've taken the paper off, you want to finely dice this. So here we go. So that's the prep done. So we've got sliced mushrooms and then we've got our diced onions. Time to start cooking. So everything I'm showing you today you can totally do indoors on top of your hob. There's no problem with that at all. But I just love cooking outside, so that's what we're going to do today. So I've got myself a beautiful cast iron pan, nice saucepan, nice and deep. Let's put this on and get this heated up. But to that I'm going to add some avocado oil. So the first thing we're going to do is add our onion. So with the onion we're just going to cook it down for a few minutes. We want it to start going translucent and soft. Next I'm going to add some garlic paste. So a couple of teaspoons, so 1, 2. Now you want to add the garlic towards the ending, because you add it too early it's going to burn. So now it's time to add the mushrooms, and we're going to add these in. Now don't add any more oil at this point because there is going to be a huge amount of water that comes out of these mushrooms. So again we're going to let these cook down, just keep moving it around so nothing burns, and just allow these mushrooms just to cook down, and then they soak up all that garlic and that onion oil as well. So that's the reason we do the onions first, get that onion in the oil. If you don't like onions, a friend of mine's allergic to them, but he loves shallots, so I use shallots whenever I cook for him, and they work really well in this dish as well. So if you've got shallots or you can't get white onions, then that's absolutely fine. So the next thing we're going to add is about 4 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. So about that much. Now today I'm using French mustard. I absolutely love French mustard. It's got really kind of like mellow, not hot, just a beautiful flavour to it. Put a couple of kind of like decent heaped teaspoons of French mustard in there, and we're going to mix that around. So you want that mustard and the Worcestershire sauce just to cook through. Okay, so now is my favourite part. I use brandy for this. Please do not do this if your cooker is under a cabinet or something like that. Move it to like a bit of burn or whatever that isn't near anything overhead, because you're going to get a lot of flames come up in a minute, and I don't want to be held liable if you burn anything. So we're going to add a decent amount of this brandy in. So I want that to come to a really good high temperature now, because now we're going to burn off the alcohol. So it just leaves the flavour but none of the alcohol. So get your blowtorch. Oh, look at that. So I'm just going to wait for all that alcohol to burn off. All the time it's burning, that means it is still burning off alcohol. You can move things around a little bit so you can get the flames all distributed over. Make sure you're picking up everything. And it also helps really caramelise these mushrooms. This is what changes this sauce. You have to do this step. If you don't do this step, don't bother doing the sauce. There's no point. This is the bit that makes it that extra bit special. And the smell, oh, I love the smell. The mushrooms, the garlic, the Worcestershire sauce and mustard, and that brandy is just combining to give the most wonderful smell you can ever imagine. So we're pretty much there. It's just got a few dying flames here, but we're just going to move it around. And you can see we're starting to develop a really beautiful sauce. That's it. That is all of the brandy burnt off. So now I'm going to move it completely to a cold side. So if you're on this stove, turn it right down. So the reason that we want to cool this down a bit, and I'm actually not going to touch it for a couple of minutes, just want everything to calm down, it's because we're going to add our double cream. Now if you add cream to a really hot pan, it will just split and your sauce will go pretty nasty. So this is the next to last step. So we're going to add cream and then we're going to salt and pepper to taste, to make sure it all balances out and tastes gorgeous. But you don't want this cream to split, so we're just adding it little by little. That is it, that is your sauce done. That looks absolutely beautiful. And then when the steak's cooked and then resting, we're going to just bring this back to a bit of a heat, add some cream to it and revitalise it. It just works perfectly. So let's take this off. So now it's time to do our steak. So I've got another skillet, and this is like more of a shallow one. So I'm going to put that on the heat and start that going. Next to that, I'm going to just add some more avocado oil. So you can see our steak, so that salt's virtually all disappeared where it's penetrated the meat, and this looks incredible. Now normally when I was cooking my steaks, I would do them directly on the coals, but I want to show you a little something to make these a bit extra special. So first thing I'm going to do is just sear this fat side. Where we've got this fat side here, I'm just going to sear that off first. Now one of the benefits of searing that fat side off is because quite often you'll be given a steak and the steak's cooked perfect, but the fat is all flabby, it's not very nice, a bit chewy. By searing this bit first, not only do you get some of that fat in the pan that will help you cook the rest of the steak, but also you therefore get some really beautiful seared, kind of crispy fat, which is just absolutely gorgeous. I mean, look at that, that looks gorgeous. So that bit's done, and it's time to sear our main steak. Going for a medium here today. Because it's quite a thick steak, it's going to take a while to cook through. So if I keep flicking it, you're not going to allow it to burn, but you are going to allow that heat to penetrate so you get that perfect cook. And also by keep turning it, we're going to get a beautiful crust on this, because really that's what you're after, that beautiful crust. So temperature at the moment is 100, well it's around the 100 mark, just a bit below. I want to take this up to about 115 before I show you what to do next. So if you are enjoying this video and you can love what I'm doing today, please think about subscribing to the channel. It doesn't cost anything and I really appreciate it. Also give this video a thumbs up, and any thoughts, any comments you got, please leave those down below. So this set is absolutely incredible. I love this set and I want to go to somebody who's going to enjoy it as much as I would have done. And this is my way of showing my appreciation to you guys. You've invested your time, you've subscribed to the channel, and it really means a huge amount to me. In the description down below I will leave an email address, and to that email address you have to tell me how many times I say the word love. Then I will pick a random person and you will get this. Right, let's get back to the steak. Okay, so it's temping about 115 at the moment, and that's perfect. So next I'm going to show you how to blow this steak out of the water. So I've drained the excess fat off, and the reason I've done that is because I'm going to add some more fat for a different type. Just move this over to one side, and I'm going to add a load of ghee. And then next I'm going to add half a bowl of garlic. You're going to stick that in, and also here I've got some marjoram, I've got some thyme, and I've got some sage, and now going. So I'm going to lift the steak up, put that in the middle, and then it's going to go on top. Because basically the steak is cooked, but now I want to baste it. I want to add loads more flavour to this. And basically you just want to keep basting. You want that butter to turn that beautiful golden brown, beautiful flavour. You can see the steak pretty much isn't cooking anymore. We're just going to let it kind of bathe in all these beautiful flavours. The garlic, the thyme, the marjoram and the sage just works so well with steak. So the steak's hit 136 and that's perfect. So I'm going to take this off now and I'm just going to let it rest for the next 10 minutes. A lot of people say you rest it as long as you cook it. I've not found that to be true, but actually I found the maximum you need to rest it is 10 minutes, because beyond that it's just cold and I don't like cold food, so I never ever rest it longer than 10 minutes. So let's take this off and let it rest. So while our steak's resting, it's time to bring our sauce back, and we're just going to add a little bit of cream. And what that's going to do is basically help all this loosen back up. Just a tiny little bit. You can add chicken stock if you love that. It's totally up to you. But time to give it a try. Oh yeah, that is good, but it needs a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. So I purposely leave that to the end because I want all the other flavours in there and I want to see how it marries up, and then I can season to taste. So I'm going to put a little bit of salt on here. And then a few twists of pepper. Give that another stir. Give another try. Yeah, oh it's beautiful. I so love this sauce. So this is pretty much ready to go. A couple more minutes, my steak will be ready, all nice and rested, and I'll show you how to plate it up next. Okay, so our steak is fully rested, it's time to serve up. So we've got our beautiful Steak Diane sauce, and I'm going to make a nice bed of this. Now normally with sauce you can put on the side, but I just love this as a bed. It kind of like just works so well. And then with our steak, the show of the star, I mean look at that. Cut it at an angle. Oh, this is cooked to perfection. I mean look at that, that is beautiful. Got that medium all the way through. Perfect crust on the outside. So we'll bring our plate back and we'll put our steak across that. And then to the side, I'm actually just going to put a little bit of watercress, give it a little bit of colour, and I really like the flavour of watercress. It's very peppery, got tons of vitamins, it's really helpful for you. Kind of offsets the steak a little bit. So I'm going to get a bit of my sauce. That is incredible. I absolutely love that. Flavours, that Steak Diane sauce works so well with that steak, and it's just the whole thing just works so well. So thanks very much for watching today, guys. Don't forget to enter the competition. Remember, how many times have I said the word love in this video? Send me your answer via email and I'll pick a lucky winner to receive the Dalstrong grilling set. But until then, check out this video where I show you how to make the most incredible brisket. You will love it. Now until the next video, take care of yourselves and I'll see you soon.